retreat, but there is still one Panther down. Looks like those armored cars are quick to get out of there. Fresh anti-tank gun on the field. Let's go have a look at Mr. BandofBrothers. No doctrine as of yet, though. And we see a bunker here. Might be a repair bunker, might be a medic bunker, might be a machine gun bunker. Then again, not likely a machine gun bunker. Sticky bomb going off on this armored car. This anti-tank gun got a bit too forwards and got flanked, but another anti-tank gun from Sungea is there, knocking out this. Both armored cars are now wrecks. That was certainly not unfortunate. There goes a lot of anti-infantry on the move, and leaving only a few full grenadiers alongside the Panther and Heads to try and hold this area. So that was quite a big loss, in particular since those were some rather veteran vehicles. And looks like this Panther is having a bit of trouble getting out of there, having its engines damaged. Which does remind me of a funny thing about the earlier variants of the Panther, while it still had some curious kinks. For example, if the Panther tipped at more than a certain angle, its engine would catch on fire. And I'm sure the Germans were pretty keen on fixing that one, though. Not really a good thing, as it wasn't really a steep angle either. Looks like this anti-tank gun was knocked out, possibly a firestorm, but it seems to have been recruited. And riflemen moving in with BARs in hand, hoping to take out this large Panther with the assault force. Airborne as well, really a lot of firepower, and incendiary grenades going off en masse. Not entirely sure that did much. Calliope barrage flying in, sniper taken out, wreck of the Panther taken out. No chance of a Berg Panther Tiger fixing that, or even it being salvaged for munitions. American snipers firing away without impunity, since I do believe there are no more German snipers left, and now only MG42s left. So that has certainly also been a blow. Grenadiers in the south with infantry 2. Fresh armored car on the field, though. Might not survive, though. Calliope there holding watch over everything. And another Calliope. That's quite a lot of Calliopes, actually. Quite a lot of rocket artillery.
Enemy unit down.
So that could certainly end up very frustrating for the Germans, as that will certainly mean rather regular barrages. Looks like this anti-tank gun is being prepared for a fresh assault, and another Calliope barrage flying in, hoping to knock out any MG42 gunners and whatnot, causing some casualties among the Germans, but nothing heavy, I suspect. Only 2, but still quite a lot of damage. Will certainly force some of the Germans out if they don't want to end up as a piece of squish. And grenade going off on this MG42 gunner, killing one gunner and forcing the rest to pull back. Central victory point is once more neutral. Americans are still in the lead with victory points, but the Germans are slowly creeping forwards with heavy losses. They are not to be stopped. They want to get out. They want to rejoin the rest of the Wehrmacht, no matter the cost. It looks like these riflemen are getting gunned down in the open once more. Now taking fire from the remote controlled machine gun off the Heads, and a sticky bomb goes off, damaging the engine. Oh dear. And the Panther is ready, though, to provide a bit of support, firing away, but this Heads might want to get out of there, and looks like this mortar is abandoned. Certainly the central area now looks like a rather upturned field of dirt after all the artillery that has pummeled it repeatedly over and over again. And now recoilless rifles firing away at these German armor pieces, but assault rifles and armored car is ready to try and protect their charges. And we're now seeing again a large skirmish. I mean, there's really a lot of fighting going on during this map. Back and forth, back and forth. Rarely a moment of quiet, rarely a moment where there isn't something happening, but the northern area is still, for the most part, securely in the hands of the Americans. The Germans are completely occupied, and oh dear, a sniper running straight into the mine, but all of his veterancy apparently helped him. That was extremely fortunate, actually. And he could easily have ended up very dead. But medic packs are being equipped, and further calliope barrages hitting everything. And this Hetzer is certainly not looking much better. The gun getting damaged, but not destroyed, though. Also one of the only vehicles I actually see getting the gun damage message, but it actually never means anything. German sniper now sneaking about, hoping to possibly spot these calliopes, I think. Americans once more securing the central victory point in the name of Uncle Sam and the Allied nations. There we go, sniper acting as an observer, pointing out that over there we do have some calliopes, mynheer. And we do have these grenadiers, apparently a bit on their own. Grenadiere. Firing away at these riflemen, and they will certainly have to get out of there. And we do see a fresh M10 though, and another M10 really banging away on the hope of anti-armor assets to really deal with this, but they are heavily damaged, the Panther and the Hetzer. Further armored cars joining in, and these riflemen are, oh dear, quite exposed, getting torn apart by a lot of firepower. And now looks like a large German combined infantry assault is moving in. Panzer grenadiers and Foes grenadiers and everything else that can be scraped from the bottom of the barrel thrown at the Americans. But a calliope barrage flying in, absolutely stopping this assault, killing numerous German infantrymen and sending them all sorts of directions. Now taking further fire as they are running straight into a fresh American assault. And we do have something happening here, forced into a retreat. And this Panther is once more getting exposed. Recoilless rifles once more firing away, slightly penetrating its armor. This Panther will need to get out of there. Same applies to this Hetzer, otherwise it might be knocked out. MG42, they're awfully exposed. Another calliope barrage, but right into the line of path, and the Hetzer goes out of control. Armored cars are also might in the middle of the things. One goes out, another might also be knocked out by these recoilless rifle veterans who 1-for-1 airborne team. And another armored car is wrecked. Airborne are getting out of there, but this anti-tank gun will also have to retreat. Germans are running amok in the rear lines, but are stopped by fresh American reinforcements. And we do see some pioneers moving in, but this has really been quite heavy on the armor losses. Armored cars, Hetzer is wrecked, and the only thing left is this Panther. What do we see in the German base? We do see a Panzer command going out for Daule, hoping to throw in whatever little armor he can muster. And the sniper is crushed by the M10. He was apparently unaware of what was happening, apparently reporting, "This is sniper here. Oh, watch this." Ah! So there you go. It pays to pay attention. And what is this? We have a V1 rocket probably right here as the sniper. Yes, in his final moments, the sniper called in the V1 standing for vengeance rocket, and this was certainly vengeance for being squished under an M10 tread. But it didn't wreak much vengeance. In fact, it only damaged one M10, but didn't really destroy it. A bit tragic, I suppose. And these calibers are still standing ready, one with veterans, one in fact. Although looks like Mr. Band of Brothers has suffered heavy attrition, and in fact there are no medic stations to actually recover some of the losses, which I do find highly peculiar since they have been quite focused on rather infantry heavy tactics and strategies. And what is this? Mr. Epiphany or 3p1phany moving in with his Panzer grenadiers, hoping to perhaps find a way through here and begin harassing in the north. Certainly not a bad tactic, since running into the wall right here certainly not effectuated much. And another calliope barrage, really hoping to land some damage, killing pioneers, medics and MG42 gunners. Absolutely undiscriminating. And now we see the Panzer grenadiers moving in from the north once more. Fresh American assault once more running into the MG42 fire.
They have 200 points left.
And only 200 points left. And let's go have a look at Mr. Daule. Plenty of abilities equipped, and only might be lagging now is forced retreat and the King Tiger. We shall have to see how that goes. Incendiary grenades. My goodness, why isn't moving those riflemen right out of the... Oh dear, looks like... Oh, right there, it finally gets them out of there. Otherwise they would have been brutally slaughtered. And fresh Panthers have been called in. Apparently Mr. 3p1phany did have some Panthers left in reserve. One getting fired. Oh dear, already down to half health as a horde of M10s has been called in. An entire tank destroyer platoon is ready. One getting out. The war machine will easily replace this. This is certainly just a waste, a rather aggressive attempt at really stopping the assault here. Knocking out as many Panthers as long as war machine applies. And one Panther already down, but also a lot of M10s down as they get hit by everything, every anti-tank assist there is. And now looks like this Panther might get knocked out as well. Engine is destroyed. Another recoilless rifle shot, and it might be all over. But apparently the airborne are just stopped by the skin of the teeth. Another Calliope barrage just hitting everything. Looks like this medic bunker might be, yes, wrecked. And the MG42 gunner was trapped inside as well. Entombed within the medic bunker, most ironically. And we hear another V1 rocket going on. V1. Possibly hoping to knock out those Calliopes, but they are quick to get out of there. Where does it land? Where will it land? Where will Vengeance rocket land? I have no idea. Actually didn't. That was a bit weird. I do apologize, but I have absolutely no idea when that happened. But looks like this Panther got a bit too bold and is now paying for it with its chassis. And another shot, and there we go. Main gun destroyed, leaving it an easy target for those M10s. And Panther down, meaning only one Panther left. He had called them in for 1,000 manpower, and now they are gone so quickly again. But Daule is pushing forwards. Not entirely sure what he's using that Panzer command for, though. Still no armor for him. Or from him. No Panthers, no Panzer Force, no Ostwinds, no Knights Cross holders. And we really do see a lot of supplies being called in, leaving behind a lot of machine guns and mortars, which you do always find a bit silly looking when you look into a base and you just see it's filled with mortars and heavy machine guns and no one's using them. And grenadiers surrounding these riflemen, forcing them back, lobbing a steel grenade, and looks like the center is now in the hands of the Wehrmacht. Looks like they are one step closer to pushing through at Duclair. Will this be the final victory? Well, not the final victory, but the victory needed to break through and get back to German lines. We shall have to see. And German grenadiers hitting mines as they are making their way towards the northern victory point as well. This will really throw the American off their feet, since they will now need to focus on further points at the same time, and they really suffered heavily, so it will be much harder for them. But now going through the south as well, rather sneaky, albeit where they didn't go for this much sooner, I'm not sure. And a move from Mr. Band of Brothers.